Welcome, watchers. What's good with you? This your boy Charles.
It's Jay, but welcome, lovers of entertainment.
We are here to tell you about some of our scariest encounters that has happened in our lifetime.
Indeed.
So, Justus decided that he wants me to go first, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna spit my shit. You feel me? Facts.
What facts?
The car facts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So my experience is gonna go all the way back 2 years ago. I'm gonna remind you, I really haven't had a lot of scary experiences.
You guys remember? Actually, I was walking to the library. It happened before
That
I
really
got
was.
there.
It actually did happen before we got here. We were gonna meet up that day, and I was like, "Yeah, you missed it. You missed it. Some weird shit happened."
I was actually kind of pissed. I'm like, man, bring her back.
Take him out them cuffs.
Anyway, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but it was maybe 2 years ago. I was at the library, and it was our public library, which already has a history of being haunted itself. But we'll tell you about that later. But I was in the computer lab, just on YouTube, watching some videos, playing some games too. And this older lady, she's Asian, and she's maybe about like in her late 30s, early 40s. And she's just walking in, and she just seemed upset. You don't know what for. She just seemed upset. So, I'm just minding my own business, and she happens to sit by the computer right next to me. So I'm like, okay, she's already acting weird. Let's hope she don't pull no dumb shit now. So I'm just minding my own business, and I notice she's muttering to herself. No, just muttering. It started low, like it just started really low, and all of a sudden it just got louder to the point where there's like maybe 20 something computers in that whole that little lab that they have. Everybody started to hear her, and they're like, is everything going okay? Everybody's looking at each other. Eventually, somebody calls one of the librarians and tells them there's this lady. She's kind of being loud by muttering things to herself. The librarian asks her what's going on. She doesn't really say anything much to her, but she's just still like muttering to herself. And the thing about that was, it got so bad the librarian had to call the police. The police show up, and they're saying, "Ma'am, is there something wrong?" The lady's just going, blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden she says, "They're trying to control me. They're trying to control my mind. I'm under mind control." And then she just continues, just like, and then she gets more aggressive, and then like the police basically have to reprimand her, and they're take her out in handcuffs, and while she's being reprimanded, she's walking away. She just says, "I'm head of the Illuminati," and just walked out. And I'm sitting here, how unfortunate. And I'm like, yo, if Justus was here to see this shit.
And I was literally like, not.
He was like a good 5-10 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, if you would have seen this. But I got up, to leave while they're talking to her. It's like, it was 2 police officers. One was talking to her, and I just got up to go get something. He's like, she with you? I'm like, nah, I'm just on a computer. I don't know why the fuck you think I would be with her. We don't even look like we would be together, but
Oh, I don't know, Charles.
oh,
Could have been a cute couple.
maybe. She was a little cute. Anyway, but but yeah. So basically, she got reprimanded. Then they brought her out, but that stuck with me. I'm like, what? I didn't want to dismiss it as her being weird, but I was like, yo, that's not some ordinary shit. Nobody just says that out of nowhere. Especially someone that looks like her. She doesn't look like she'd be the type of person to just be on drugs. Then anybody can do drugs, but it was a little different experience for me. But with that being said, I'm gonna pass it on to my nigga Justus. Spit your shit, my nigga.
Hello, lovers of entertainment. I remember telling this story. This happened when I was like 5 or 6, but I wrote about it in 7th grade when I was in writing class. This was a time writing and reading were separate classes.
Fact.
It's true, not kidding. And I titled it "I Saw." And basically what happened was, I was like 5 or 6, like I said, and I was staying over at my neighbor's house, and my neighbors had two daughters, and I had a crush on both of them. And passing that, I actually dated one of them. Yeah. To be honest, I actually mostly wanted to date the older sister, Josie. She was like 7, and I was 6. But the younger sister was the one that showed more interest. But anyway, passing that, I was staying at night, right? And it was the first time I stayed over at a person's house. And I woke up at around like 4 o'clock because I wanted some water. And the mom put some glasses for each person because the cabinets were high. So so when the cabinets were, because since the cabinets were high, the mom would just set down glasses, so we don't have to like climb on the counter to get the glasses. So I walked in there, grabbed a glass, and then I looked out the window while I was filling up the cup of water, and literally, because they have a their kitchen has a window to the backyard, and in their backyard they have a swing set, and apparently that swing set's been there for a few years. And I look out the window, and I see a little girl swinging facing with the window. You would look into the window, and she was just swinging, right? And at first, I'm like, oh, okay. And I remember I was like 6, so I couldn't really think of, like, this is not, to me, that wasn't really out of the ordinary. So I just got my water, and I just went back, sat on the couch, just sat on the couch and just drank my water, and then I just took the cup back to the kitchen to put it in the sink, and then that little girl was still swinging, except with her, instead of looking down, she was looking up, swinging and stuff. And it wasn't like swinging fast like kids would do. No, it was just like swinging. She wasn't even putting her legs down. Sorry, but no, and then I'm like, all right, but then I had to go pee because I was a kid, so my bladder wasn't really as strong as it is now. So I went to the bathroom to pee, and then I walked back and I looked, and then the girl was just standing up, looking in the window, like 5 feet away from the swing, while the swing was still swinging a little bit. And like I said, I couldn't really get scared or I didn't really understand what was going on, so I just waved at her, and she didn't wave back. And I'm
rude.
Yeah, I know, right? Bitch. Anyway, but then I woke up next morning, and I told them, and apparently, according to the mom and the 2 girls, Maddie and Josie, that apparently before we moved in to the yellow house, because I live in the yellow house, there was a little girl that lived there, and she died, and she liked to swing a lot. So yeah, it didn't really scare me at the time, because like I said, I couldn't really understand what death was. It was, to me, I was like, oh well, that sucks. I know it sounds messed up, but I was 6.
Yeah, for real. Hey,
All
but
right.
yeah.
All right. Well, Charles, it's time for your second story and last.
Well, real quick, yeah, if a little kid tells you they saw something, believe them. They ain't lying. They ain't got no reason to. But yeah. Okay, so my second story is gonna start right here in this very apartment, my humble abode, my crib. Anyway, but when I first moved in here, I used to alright, so I used to not have a light. Sorry, we just had a difficulty. But I used to not have a light. No, I still don't have a light in here. But what I did was I would put on my dining room light, my kitchen light, and so I'd have some light going on. But before that, it was just like after a couple minutes, the lights in my kitchen would just randomly just shut off. I didn't touch anything. Justus would be over. He didn't touch anything. So, we wanted to know what the hell the fuck is up with that. So, and it happened a couple more times. That's how I'm like, yo, this shit ain't no fucking coincidence. Like, this shit weird.
Facts,
G. Wildin'. But yeah, we just knew it wasn't coincidence because we looked at the history of this apartment. Fortunately, in 2002, a little boy named Timothy had passed away due to the flu. Tim is actually the same age as me. He was 6 years old, so was I at that year. But he died of a fever.
him being dead, he's kind of the same age.
Yeah, but he died of a fever. So, and we found out when he lived here, his favorite thing to do was to turn off the lights. He loved to turn off the lights in the kitchen. So, as soon as I kind of acknowledged his existence, the lights would stop shutting off. I could have them on for as long as I wanted to, and the lights would not shut off at all. Go ahead, turn them on. That's my kitchen lights right now, but that's my dining room light. But yeah, the lights would just shut off as soon as I acknowledge, his existence. They stopped. Nothing like really weird happens here. Till I've had a couple of things. I've had one thing. I woke up, I'd be asleep, and I woke up, and at the foot of my bed looked like there was just like a cloud of smoke that just like somebody was standing there and it just evaporated into thin air. I saw that, like, got to the point where I got up, I looked at my floor, see if some shit was burning, wasn't. One time I woke up and I heard something that sounded exactly like this. It was like this. And I woke up on the second tap. Nobody there, nobody, it was nothing. Then I had this one dream where I was just, I was fighting this person, right? And I don't know, it's just, I slammed them, and all I remember is saying, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but all I hear is, babe, like all this random, like these weird fucking sounds. And then it's scary, but then it gets funny at the same time, because I felt like there was something grabbing my ass and fucking just like tugging on me. I woke up, it was nobody, it was nothing. I was like, nah, forget this shit. I don't know if I was having a leg spasm or anything, but it was just fucking weird. But yeah, like, I've had some little weird things happen in this spot before, but But yeah, that's my shit. Your turn, bro.
Man, so many. Let me think.
Give us a juicy one.
I don't have any juicy ones.
Bro, shut up. You got juicy.
This
ones.
chicken isn't almost as juicy
Juicy
as
as
my
my
ass. That video was weird. This
I know.
chicken is
It's
almost
almost
as juicy as my ass.
ass.
Well, see, this is a nice stick. Be ashamed if
Someone just fucking beat your
But anyway.
ass with it.
so
Go ahead.
you guys want to hear a story.
He caught that.
I did. You just an illusion. It's in my hand right now, and you don't.
As we
It's,
speak.
you don't.
It's,
yeah.
that's,
I'm gonna like watch. It's just gonna appear in my hand. Ow! Wow!
that was also an illusion. He caught that.
Yes.
And I didn't just get up.
No, but anyway, no. I have this one story when I was actually 5 again, and I was sitting in the yellow house. And this is actually, I was scared of my basement. Now that basement freaked me out. It looked like the basement from Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. But anyway, I remember I was sleeping, and I heard my door creak open. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway.
Checking my messages. Sorry, go.
But no, I heard my door creak open. I'm like, okay. And I got up because I'm 5. I'm curious.
We want to know, nigga.
And I remember, and then I walked to the kitchen, and the kitchen and the basement are like right together. And then when I walked in the kitchen, the basement door creaked open too, but a little bit faster than my regular door. And I remember, and I walked down my basement stairs, and I was all scared of my basement stairs because there are stairs where it has the whole, you see the stairs where they don't have anything covering the inner part, where someone could just like grab you like from the bottom of the stairs.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah, but I remember that. And I walked down, and I'd be scared, so I'd always hold to that rail with my dear life. But I remember seeing a dude, I'm not kidding, half naked in there, right? This is gonna sound gross, but it looked like he was jacking off, but his back was turned, he was sitting down. And I'm like, what the I mean, I was a kid, so I couldn't really think much. So I just remember saying, "Who are you?" And he turned around. He ran at me, and I remember running ran up the stairs, and we called the cops. And apparently, that was actually a homeless dude that's been living in my basement for quite some time.
Okay, that's really fucking trippy.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. We didn't even know about it. We've only been in the basement a few times, so we didn't really.
See, that explains a lot.
So we didn't know. We only been in the basement when there was a tornado. He must be an expert hide and seek player then, because holy
Like,
shit, we didn't know a shit from
That's
him.
just crazy.
Yeah, that did scare me. Yeah.
Well,
To be honest, now I think about it, that's actually.
that is pretty weird.
I've had more, but.
He
well,
really,
for-
yo, he
that-
really fucking has a lot.
But that's for another part too of.
Exactly.
What should we call it?
It's just the scary accolades of
accolades.
Accolades.
I'm gonna say scary experiences.
Boring.
Whatever. Our scary experiences. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, you lovers of porn and entertainment.
Yes. Don't mess up on that again. But thank you, and I don't know, I don't have an outro, but yeah, peace out, niggas, deuces.